Hey, this is Jack from CYPHER16 and you are watching ArmyOfOneTV. So we are on the Amaranth Maximalism tour. We are on show, I think we're on show 19 or 20 now of 23 in New York City. We started down in Texas, we did Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, then we went across the country to Utah, did Las Vegas, which was a lot of fun, and then kind of up to California, so we did LA, San Fran, then we went up to Seattle, I think geographically that's correct, somewhere. Traveled up Boise, kind of Idaho, that sort of way, went up to Canada, did Edmonton and Calgary, which were really, really cool. Not places you might normally go in Canada. And then we came back down, did some of the Midwest, Chicago, Pittsburgh, and then back up to Canada, where we were until yesterday, in Toronto and Montreal, which were amazing. And now we're back in New York City to finish the tour off. We have New York tonight, and then we do Baltimore, Reading, and let's think about this, Asbury Park in New Jersey. We know the Amaranth guys for since a few years back. We've toured with them in Finland, Estonia, and Norway before, so we're quite friendly with them. As it is, we're very friendly with them. We have met the Failure Anthem guys, Smash to Pieces, and Citizen Zero on this run, and that's been a lot of fun. It's a huge kind of mini touring festival, having 5 bands on the bill, but everyone's pretty good friends now, and it's all worked out for the best. But yeah, the band's from London. All 4 of us are living in London. One's just a couple just outside at the moment, but the hub and where the band's studio is in London. It's nice being in the big city. It's where I grew up. I've been there for about 25 years. I was born over near Wales in Western England, so about 3.5 hours away. But I've always liked London. I like the intensity of it and the nature of the city. And I think it's a nice, challenging place to have a band, because it's not easy. It's obviously London, so it's one of the the music capitals of the world. So there's always a lot of stuff going on every night. Which makes it, a challenge to kind of push through. But it's also great when you're on tour, when anyone asks where you are and you can say you're from London, there's an instant conversation starting. It's difficult. Metal is in a difficult place right now, I think, because of, downloading, fan apathy, I would probably put it down to a little bit. Shows in the UK are suffering a little bit on the grassroots level, in terms of getting fans out to the shows, kind of taking fans away from the bigger shows to support the smaller bands. What we've noticed on this tour is, as I said, it's a 5-band bill, so the doors are quite early every night, and the first support band's on 25 minutes, half an hour after the doors open. But every night they're getting a really good crowd, and the crowd's turning up early to see all the bands, rather than just turning up for Amaranth, who they could kind of come in to see at 9 o'clock in the evening. So we've been very pleasantly surprised by that. And the reaction's been great, and also the fact that the fans are buying merchandise is a really, really big thing for us, because it helps us survive on tour, basically. So if you go to a show and like the band, you got to go and buy a t-shirt. So we are promoting the Great Surveyor, which is our debut album, debut full length from CYPHER16. It's not the first record we've put out. We've put out a number of EPs before, but this is the first full length, and we're very proud of it. I think it's a great record. And when asked, are we working on the next one? Yes, we are, but we still think this has got a bit of life in it, and a good 6 months to 8 months of touring left in it, which is why it's been amazing to be able to take it out to North America and Canada and show it to all of you guys out here. Our manager knows them from the olden days, going back through Metallica and some of the slightly bigger thrash bands who our management have worked with and we have connections with. I met Maria and Natalie at NAMM this year and had a really, really good time with them, and we started working with them shortly afterwards on this tour. We're also about to debut a big music video which we filmed at the Natural History Museum in London, which, if any of you guys have been there, it's with a big Diplodocus dinosaur model as you walk inside. Amazing building, and we were lucky enough to be able to film a video in there last November. which is now due for release, and Adrenaline are handling the release of that. So hopefully we're going to be able to release it before we finish the tour, but I suddenly noticed we've got 3 or 4 shows left, so we'll have to see how that goes. But once it's out, once it's on YouTube, you've got to go and check it out and tell us what you think of it. It's a huge dinosaur museum. It's got 80 million species of animals and fossils and stuff like that in there. Yeah, we rocked up, huge amp stacks, lots of explosions, lots of pyro, kind of quite a cool narrative story behind the video, and just made an epic video for an epic song in an epic location, like how it is, how we try and think of it. So yeah, if you could check it out, give it a couple of plays on YouTube once it's out, that'd be very much appreciated. We wouldn't even say we do it on a level kind of like Amaranth do it. They really do a lot of electronic and rock and metal mashup kind of as it would be. We used to do more of it. I used to like the idea of having kind of heavy rock music with electro and industrial influences, and I still do. I just feel like it's important to put one or the other first. So in particular in a live setting, if you aren't doing all of, for example, your electronic stuff live, and you have stuff on tracks, and then a computer breaks or something, and suddenly you can't play your show, it's important for me that you can still go out and play a rock and roll show. So we do use very slight influences of techno and electro and kind of electronic stuff, because I love Nine Inch Nails, I love Jean-Michel Jarre, I love all the epic kind of soundscape electronic rock music essentially. But it's quite a subtle thing that we do now, and with the Great Surveyor, I think you can notice a difference between the previous 2 EPs, Determine and the Metaphorical Apocalypse, which were much more electronically charged, I guess you could say. The Great Surveyor is a bit more of a straight up rock record, which is fine by me. But yeah, we have electronic influences in the music, as you'll see at the show tonight, and I think it adds an extra dimension. Just nice to have something kind of over the top of what you're doing. Well, to everybody who's come and seen us on this tour, or to everybody who didn't know about us before, if you're into it, stay with us, keep supporting us. We're very, very, very thankful that you came out to the shows, bought t-shirts, came and hung out with us. It's been a really good tour. We'll see you tonight in New York City, and the other 3 shows we're very much looking forward to. In the east, we haven't been to the east side of the country yet, so we're psyched about that. Yeah, you guys are keeping us going, and we're coming out here to visit you, so we're very, very pleased about the reaction to this tour. So you can find us facebook.com/CYPHER16. Instagram we have a brand new one, it's CYPHER16 _official. What else have we got? CYPHER16.net is the website, and obviously you're on YouTube and all that sort of stuff. So the best thing, put CYPHER16 into Google and something will come up.